Well, for the first time in many weeks, Dolton trustees and Mayor Tiffany Henyard held a public meeting together, but not at Village Hall.
South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard appears to have lost control of both governments.
Now buckle up, because this story is a complete mess, and I promise you will want to hear every detail. Let's get started on the latest drama that has been simmering in Dolton, Illinois, where Mayor Tiffany Henyard is at the center of some really crazy antics. The way things are going, it feels like we're watching a reality show unfold in real time. Imagine this, a village board meeting. It seems simple enough, right? You would think they'd be talking about the Dolton Handling Company Village Affairs acts like mature adults, but instead, Tiffany Henyard is attending this meeting wearing a pure gold blazer and pleading with someone to return her. What is happening, Tiffany? We mean $619. You can't make this stuff up. An entire mayor wearing glistening gold and demanding several $100s in a public meeting.
You are a clown. We will continue to speak out against wrongdoing.
Why won't you step down?
Tammy Brown, the trustee, is the one she is pursuing for this money. It seems Tiffany is certain that Tammy owes her precisely $619, and she isn't letting it go. Just think of the courage it must have to demand money in front of the whole village. Tiffany is up there like, give me my money back, as if the $619 would cure all of Dolton's problems. Spoiler alert, it won't. But wait, there's more. Tiffany is wearing a solid gold blazer, which, let's face it, probably costs more. Afterward, she requests a kiss from our chef. She is the one making headlines for allegedly spending tens of thousands of dollars on personal luxuries, parties, and even waiting for the ES skating rink, which only opens when she wants to throw an event. It's ironic that she is in front of everyone discussing how old she is. Are we correct to assume that Tiffany is out here constructing ice rinks for her own party priorities when the town is drowning in debt?
Meeting because business has not gotten done at 2 previous meetings, so that's some progress there, but this meeting was not without its fair share of.
Let's now briefly provide some background information. Honestly, it seems like every week that Tiffany Henyard, the so-called super mayor of Dolton, is under fire. She has been charged with utilizing public funds as if they were her own piggy bank, spending them on lavish flights and banquets, and it appears that has this entire security detail following her around all the time, which has cost the town more than $1 million in police overtime. One Dolton resident even said that it seems like the police are militarized to protect her. Imagine living in a small town where the mayor has police following her around like a royal entourage. You can't make this stuff up. Makes the entire thing even more ironically, Tiffany is not only facing local criticism, but has also drawn the attention of federal investigators earlier this year. Dolton and Thornton Township were both hit by subpoenas, and Tiffany's personal charity and political committee are reportedly being investigated by the FBI, which is also looking into how taxpayer funds were spent, and to put it mildly, the rumors aren't pretty. We're talking about first-class flights, opulent hotel stays, and even claims that some village funds were utilized to finance personal shopping sprees. It's absurd to consider that Tiffany's is allegedly living lavishly on the public's dime while Dolton's residents are struggling.
To see her tenant in person after she says Henyard has been dodging both her and rent payments for months.
Remember that during this period, several vital services in Dolton were experiencing difficulties. Police cars were apparently about to be repossessed, village employees' access to basic work systems was turned off, and bills were. With all this going on, it's difficult to see how Tiffany can convince the public that she's the best candidate to lead. Nevertheless, somehow, there was always enough money to support Tiffany's extravagant lifestyle. Going back to the $619, Dolton for another term, Tiffany is making a lot of effort to get the money, saying it was meant to come from a fund for trusted training. It's possible that Tammy Brown owed her the money, but this is what private conversations are for, right? The fact that he brought something up in a public gathering is desperate. Tiffany was out there acting as though this money would make or break her, and perhaps it will, given the rumors circulating about her financial status.
The home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers.
She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants her.
Due to this, Tiffany and her boyfriend Kamal Woods are in danger of being evicted. Yes, according to reports, the super mayor is late on her rent. Her landlord, Janetta Hale, has stated that Tiffany and Cal haven't paid since August and GI. The landlords are out here attempting to serve the eviction papers, and Janetta claims they even had the gall to change the locks on the house so she can't enter. Can you picture being the mayor of a town earning hundreds of thousands of dollars in salary and still not paying rent? Simply avoiding them as if she were an Olympic medalist at evading accountability. Tiffany's attorney has refuted all of this, but come on, when the landlord shows up to board meetings attempting to collect her rent, you know that things have truly gone haywire. You have to question where all that taxpayer money is actually going when you see Tiffany out here making $619 in public events while she is allegedly thousands of dollars late on her rent.
Talked to Tiffany Henyard's landlord, and she says she came to this Thornton Township meeting Tuesday night hoping to get paid what she says she's owed.
And since we're on the subject of money, let's take a moment to discuss the village's finances. There have supposedly been 5 million deaths in Dolton, and the situation has become so bad that some people are afraid the police cars may be seized, yet all. It's occurring. The situation has gotten so terrible that one local even likened Tiffany to a South American dictator, saying it felt like Venezuela under Nicolas Maduro. Tiffany is spending thousands on things like billboards with her face plastered all over town. Not only did the locals grow weary, but several of the village trustees also had enough of one trustee. Tiffany's behavior, according to Chiana Belcher, has made Dolan's politics absurd because she dresses up as a villain from a movie and says, blasting, be better, have my own at it. Meetings, such as it's quite unbelievable to think of an entire mayor representing New Jack City's Nino Brown entering a conference holding a plush animal and attempting to scare her coworkers.
No one, and I repeat, no one can run circles around me when it comes to public.
Now let's take a moment to think about what the fans have to say. Sue, one commentator said, let me get this right. Employees' lack of work is another factor contributing to their financial difficulties. They cut labor and send homes, and to be honest, they're not incorrect. Tiffany is out here talking about how the village is broke, but workers are sitting around doing nothing because their internet connectivity has been taken off, perhaps. Another fan commented, maybe they should have told her to pay back that damn near $1 million she supposedly spent on her mom's village instead of focusing on her personal vendetta as Tiffany could, we don't know, run the village. The issue remains that if Tiffany is so worried about money, perhaps she should start by examining her own spending. This is just a notion.
Thornton Township tonight as another board meeting got canceled because of a lack of a quorum.
And that came after a disagreement about where to hold the meeting as trustees expressed concerns for their safety.
But let's not forget that.
However, the icing on the cake is Mayor Tiffany's re-election campaign. Yes, she is running for a second term, and she has already predicted a landslide victory in her Facebook announcement. Victory, confidence is wonderful and all, but you have to wonder if her time in office is coming to an end given everything that has been revealed about her spending habits, the federal suits, and the eviction drama. Tiffany's rivals are also not holding back. Reliable given all we've seen, it appears that Dolton needs the clean house slate, which is why Jason House, the person running against her, is a member of the group. They are most likely led by Tiffany. The town's finances are in total disarray, and meetings frequently turn into shouting bouts, plunging the village into pandemonium.
It's a power grab, that's it. Power and money grab.
Additionally, we must not overlook the federal inquiry. According to reports, Tiffany is being investigated for her efforts to serve subpoenas to both Dolton and Thornton Township through the FBI, where she also maintains a position that is becoming difficult to monitor. Of all the accusations, but one thing is certain, Tiffany has a lot to answer for because the residents are tired of her, the trustees are turning against her, and even her landlord is attempting to get her to leave the house. It's a disaster, but here's the thing. Despite everything, her continuing to act as though she is untouchable, In a lengthy Facebook Live broadcast, she even threatened to have her political rivals imprisoned. Yes, she stated that she will seek imprisonment for those who are deceiving her. But the worst part is that she didn't even say what offenses that they are accused of doing. It seems as though she lives in a fantasy world where she can make decisions and use threats to get rid of her issues. It doesn't work that way. Spoiler alert.
Seeking arrest for individuals involved. I will be pressing charges.
So where does that leave?
Interview, 9:00/9:10. So where does that leave us? A mayor is out there promising big things while fighting for re-election and threatening to put her opponents in jail, but she's also facing expulsion. If there's one thing we know about Tiffany, it's that she's not going down without a fight. Federal investigations and a village that owes millions of dollars make it difficult to see how she can turn this into a victory. This is where we want to hear from you. Do you believe Tiffany has a chance to be re-elected? Or is this the end for the super mayor? Additionally, what do you think about her requesting $619 during a village meeting? Desperation or something more profound at play here? Please share your ideas in the comments section below, since this drama is far from over.